What if you have an application with CAPTCHA enabled and you are trying to log into the application with Playwright and Puppeteer and you are unable to do it because of this bot detection framework? And how can you try to automate those kind of application? This is one of the most painful scenario which the automation test engineers go through, especially to automate the reCAPTCHA. We know that the reCAPTCHA was mainly designed to avoid the bots to log into the application. Instead, the human should use the application. That's the reason why this reCAPTCHAs are there in the market. But how can we even try to bypass the reCAPTCHA while we try to automate an application using Playwright and Puppeteer? Because these tools are in turn an automation testing tool, which are going to be not a human being, and that's the reason why this reCAPTCHA gets enabled, and we wanted to bypass those authentication. So in this particular video, we're going to see how you can bypass those reCAPTCHA and security question with the power of browserless. As you can see, browserless has got a lot of different features like scraping of the entire website and also automating any of the websites. And they have also got the feature to get past the CAPTCHAs and bot detectors with the browser QL. As I told you, they have got a lot of different features along with scraping and automating any website. I've already talked about few features about the browserless to use the web scraping in a large scale. In this particular video, I'll quickly show you how we can bypass the entire CAPTCHA within your application. So for doing that, I'm actually going to show you this particular website as you can see over here. So this is a local host application currently running within my local machine. And you can see that I have to enter the username and password, and I also have to verify that I'm not a robot. So this is a CAPTCHA which is enabled by the reCAPTCHA of Google, as you can see over here. So I have just enabled it in my account right now, and I have also added the domain over here. And I'm also going to be running this particular application within my local machine as well as with the BAS service of the browserless, or browserless as a service over here. So browserless as a service is another managed way of how you can scale your entire automation testing with not just using one single browser for your Playwright or Puppeteer, but you can use the pools of thousands of managed browser which are ready to scale up for your automation testing without you who are going to be managing the version updates or broken libraries or any other annoying details. So everything is going to be taken care by the browserless itself. So we are going to be using two features of browserless today. One is the CAPTCHA bypassing, as well as how we can use the managed browsers which are available in the pool of browserless. So that is what we're going to be discussing today. So in order to do that, I have got this particular code as you can see over here. And this is a very super simple code. All I have done over here is this is my browserless token, and I have got the URL of the browserless over here. And this is the maximum number of browsers that I'm going to be spanning in, and the concurrent browser. So I'm going to run 5 concurrent browsers instances at the same time, not in my machine, but in the BAS services I was talking about. And this is the maximum retries and delay. And this is the number of users who are going to be created. And this is a super simple code to generate the employees with random details. And then this is going to be launching the Playwright test over here. And I'm going to be connecting to the browser via CDP, as you can see over here. So this is the browserless URL that I'm talking about. So the browser URL is going to be this one, as you can see here. So this is the managed browser pool that I'm talking about, which is already available for us, and we can just use it anytime while we want. And I have got a scenario which is going to be navigating to this particular website, and then it is going to be creating the employees for me, and that's it. This is what the code is doing. But because this is running in an asynchronous mode, like 5 instances at the same time, I'm going to be adding a semaphore here for the concurrency operation. So don't worry about the complexity of the code, because all this code of how you can connect the browserless via CDP is available in the documentation of browserless itself. Is super straightforward. You can just use that. And that's exactly what I'm going to be doing in this particular video as well. So now this code is already there, and I'm going to be running this particular test. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly show you the EA app that I have got over here. I'll show you how many employees that I have got in this particular website right now. So I have got around 110 employees right now before running the test. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to this particular code, and I'm going to be running the test right now. So right now, none of the browsers are going to be opened in my machine. Rather, all of these browser instances are now running on the browserless side. So if I'm going to go to the browserless over here. And if I'm going to show you my active browsers over here, you should see the number of active browsers the moment I'm going to be spinning in. And because I have already executed it and all the browsers have already been executed the test, that's the reason why there is no browser at the moment. But you can see that I have got these users already created. For instance, this Emily Harris is also created. So I told you that we have got 110 employees. Now, if I try to refresh this particular page, you can see that I have got 120 employees. Because remember, in our code, we are creating number of browsers as 20, which means the number of user instances are created is 20 of them. So if you can go and search for this particular Emily Harris, you can see that the employee is there for me there, which is amazing. So now what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to quickly show you by running this again, like how the browser instances are going to be spawned in the browserless over here. Now you see that the active browsers are going to come up for me, like 5 instances as I told you. These are 5 browser instances which are created, which are running concurrently right now for running my test. And I think the test should have been completed by now. There we go. And they said all the employees are created. And if I'm going to go back, instead of 120, I should see 130 if I'm not wrong. So if I'm going to go to the employees, you see that 130 employees. So quickly we can able to run all these tests in parallel concurrently with the managed browser there. So this is one of the tests that I wanted to show you with the power of the browserless that they have got. The second most important powerful feature that I wanted to show you is how you can bypass the CAPTCHA authentication. Right now within this particular code, that while we were creating this particular employee, there was actually no CAPTCHA available for this particular production deployed website that you are seeing over here. But now my manager has told that we need to have a feature to enable the bot detection. And that's the reason why I have got this bot detection already enabled. And this particular site is already configured with the reCAPTCHA of Google, as you can see over here. And you can access this particular website by the tunneling that I have done already. So there is this tunneling website which is currently running in the Cloudflare library. So this is the URL. And if I'm going to go and access this particular URL over here, you see that the application just comes in, and I have forced the bot detection for any single member on the planet. So if you go to the login, you see that the bot detection is going to come in, and you need to authenticate yourself for this particular bot detection. And now our guy, the browserless, is going to authenticate or bypass this particular CAPTCHA for us, and it is going to log into the application and create the user. So as you can see, this particular website that we have got is running in my local machine at the moment, and the number of employees is 25. And now I'm going to go to the code over here, and I'm going to show you how the reCAPTCHA code is written at this particular point of time. So the only change for the CAPTCHA bypass that we have done over here in this particular code is that we have enabled the stealth mode of browserless, as you can see. And we have also set the proxy as residential. And if I'm going to scroll down in the code a bit, you can see that we have got a wait for CAPTCHA over here, which is the method which is going to wait for the CAPTCHA to appear. And the actual code which does the solving of the CAPTCHA is this line, as you can see over here. This is the browserless.solveCaptcha. This piece of code does all the magic. It is going to be called the CDP or the Chrome DevTool protocol, which is going to enable the solving of the CAPTCHA for us automatically. And now browserless is going to do all this for you by solving the CAPTCHA and logging into the application, even though it has got the CAPTCHA displayed over there. So we have got this particular code, but the rest of the code remains pretty much exactly the same. There is no change on this particular code as well. And I'm going to quickly run this code and show you how this code actually works. So for doing that, I'm going to just say app base URL. And this is the place which we need to change a bit over here. As I told you, this particular URL is going to be the one which is generated from the Cloudflare tunneling code that I have written over here. And that link is going to be this one. So I'm going to go and copy this particular URL as the app base URL. And because this is always changing, I have just set it as an environment variable. And now we are going to run the code, which is going to be the first test with auto-captcha.py over here. So this is the different code that we have got. I'm going to be running that particular Python code right now. And now look at what is going to basically happen. It is still going to run the browser sessions for me over here. As you can see, there are going to be active browsers coming in. I should see there are 2 instances of the browser this time, because that is the maximum range that I have set in this particular code. And now it is actually running the code for me, and you see that it is going to do the solving of the CAPTCHA and the solved as true this time. And it is actually solving the CAPTCHA for me while trying to log into that particular application, which is amazing. Look at that. And now if I'm going to go to the actual employee list over here, we have got 25 employees earlier. If I'm right, if the employees are created, we should see 2 additional employees created. So if I'm going to go and do a refresh over here, you should see 27 employees. The reason why there are 27 employees is that because our guy, Browserless, has automatically logged in by bypassing the CAPTCHA for me, and it is trying to create those employees as well. That's the reason why it is creating 2 employees over here, and now the execution is happening, as you can see. And because the CAPTCHA resolution is going to take a bit of a time, Browserless is of course taking some time to create those users by bypassing the CAPTCHA for me. So that is the only slight deviation that you can see. But in reality, you can see that we have got these employees created. So let's go and try to refresh how many employees that we have now. 29, because in total, it is going to create 5 employees for me. That is what I have done over here. Like in concurrently, it's going to run 2, but the maximum number of browser is 5, which means it's going to be creating 5 employees for me. That's the reason why it is showing you the 5 employees, and it's keep on creating it right now, and it has created everything. So from 25, now we should see 30 employees. If I'm going to refresh it, there you go, and all the employees are created. So now you can also run this in concurrency, like 5 in concurrent, and if I'm going to be running the same exact test over here, in one single instance, you can see 5 browsers are going to be spawned and 5 employees are going to be created in parallel. So we don't really have to wait so much of a time like how we were waiting earlier. So if I'm going to go to the browserless, and if I'm going to refresh the browser sessions, you should see 5 active browsers, and they're all going to be created for me in the same time. Look at that, which is amazing. So all of them are starting to work. So this is the way how you can bypass the CAPTCHA and security questions or the bot detection framework, which gets enabled automatically even if you try to automate an application using Playwright and Puppeteer with the power of Browserless. Once again, thank you so much for watching this video. Catch you in the next one.